How many of you have any idea what I'm speaking about when I'm speaking about the kingdom of God? How many of you have studied what was supposed to have been said by Christ? How many of you have studied Buddhism? How many of you have listened to your own stillness? How many of you have found that place within you? How many of you could categorically say you know that space I'm speaking about? Not because you've just felt it for 3 fleeting seconds back in 1972. No. Because you can feel it anytime, any place. And usually it is just brimming, is beaming from you, and you are completely immersed within it. And if you can sit down, like I'm sitting down now, alone, and just gazing at the natural world, mesmerized, content and joyous, and with every gentle sway of a branch or a few leaves, with every flicker of light, it speaks to you as one. It's a deep and rich and beautifying, all-knowing, and it appreciates you when you are one with it. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around, and to you it's going to be a tree and a few bushes. Maybe because you're not here, but most certainly because you're not here. And so I could tell you that whatever I'm looking at is dripping with ecstasy. But is anything really dripping with ecstasy? Or is it that my consciousness is dripping with ecstasy, and so I'm projecting it onto everything? The latter is the case, isn't it? The kingdom of God is within you all. So, look at what I'm looking at. Feel the agedness of those trees, at least 200 years old. They've seen seasons come and go. They've seen fads come and go. They've seen buildings and wars and kings and queens come and go. And they're just still and stately and all-knowing. Yeah. And all the kings and the queens and all the wars that came and went meant nothing, mean nothing now. They just happened. Meanwhile, the wise, stately tree was just standing and noticing. I've never managed to extract from you, hardly any of you at least, a kinship with what I'm speaking about. An attempt at expressing it. The wind, the light, the ambient temperature, the buttercups and the daisies, and the soft, cool grass, and the sweet song of birds, and the blue sky scattered with white clouds. Heaven. You know what it says about heaven in the Bible, people? I think from what I remember it's got about 4 lines, and it says some stupid thing like heaven is a amber cube. An amber cube. And within this amber cube there are rivers flowing with gold, pavements bejeweled, and that's about it really. So again, these allusions to something that we hold in high regard, gold and jewels. How would those people back in the day describe the world about them? If they were describing it to an alien, how would I do it? How would I convey this heaven that I'm in now? There's a jewel up in the heavens, and there is an essence of angelic song. It's the birds. And there is gold all around. The beauty of nature. The light. Let's just say the gold is light. Yeah. There's light all around. Light giveth life. Light bringeth joy. Light. Wow. That star up in the sky. We owe everything to it. Everything. And it creates all of this. It creates every single blade of grass. Every single daisy, which I'm not going to pick. And buttercup. And every so-called weed which adorn this world. And if we take the time and we walk through a meadow and we observe all the so-called weeds that we're not supposed to look at because they don't mean anything, we will discover a good deal about nature and about life and about the genius of the cosmos, because all these so-called weeds, they're a miracle. And when you look at how they are configured and how they grow, you just gaze in awe. You gaze in awe, people. I've made many videos like this through the years. Invariably they've always fallen on deaf ears and blind eyes. You see, people, if you are not in the kingdom, then what you see out here means nothing to you. It's just grass, it's just trees, it's just weeds, it's just birds singing, it's just the sun. It's just the sky. That's all that's going on. Because you've been told that from your very earliest inception of language. You were told that that's the bird. And you go, oh, that's the bird. And you never felt it necessary to ask, what sort of a bird? Mum, you always say that that's a bird. What sort of a bird? Well, invariably, 99.9 of parents will tell you, I don't know. Or they'll say, that's a robin, that's a blackbird. How many other birds do they know? Hardly any. So therefore you go, well, if my parents don't know, probably not important. It's just a bird. And then you go through your life never knowing what birds are what. How they sound different, how they look different, how they fly different. How their attitudes are different. You don't know, you don't care. Just a bird. How many of you know about the trees? Just trees. In Britain, apparently there's 1,750 trees now. And of course there's many myriad variants of those trees, but particular varieties of trees, of course there's always a myriad variants and hybrids, people. Trees breed with each other and they become hybrid. Did you know that? Did you know that trees don't grow from the roots? They grow from the sun. It's the sunlight with the photosynthesis that creates and generates the growth. Because the photosynthesis creates the glucose, which is the building blocks for life. And the tree grows from that. It sucks up a bit of water from the ground and some nutrients to build the bark and the leaves, but the energy and the life force comes from the sun. And so people think like the trees grow from the ground. And I once listened to a bit of an interview, someone walking around just asking people randomly how they thought these trees grew. And they would say like, from water, nutrients in the ground. And so the interviewer would say, what sort of nutrients? Oh, I don't know, stuff that trees grow on. No idea. Minerals and nutrients and those sorts of things. All the action is going on above ground level, people. That's where all the action's going on. That's where the miracle's going on. The sun can't penetrate the earth. It can't work its magic on the ground. No. Trees don't grow from underground. They root themselves in the ground for stability, and they will have a water source. They tap down to ensure that they have a longevity of water source. But most plants and trees absorb moisture from the air because they've got pores in their leaves where they absorb moisture. So they get all the moisture they need from absorbing it like that, until there's moments of droughts when they have to call upon the roots and whatever stored water they've got in their trunk. Life is a miracle, people. This body is a miracle. This consciousness is a miracle. Everything's a miracle. And if you're not basking in the glory of that miracle, in the kingdom of God, then what are you doing? You are an automaton, and your operating system is the false prophet of the ego. And the ego won't ever tell you any truth. It won't ever show you anything of any substance. It will just tell you that's the bird, that's the tree. Nothing to see here. Carry on. Oh, look out over there. Might be some danger there. Oh, have you heard there's the Third World War coming? What about that alien invasion? Oh, better start generating some cortisol. And the ego likes to think it's important, you see, because when the ego is doing all this shit, it's very encapsulating, isn't it? How many of you love that shit, don't you? Because the egos rule your lives. They control your lives. You're not in the kingdom of God. You're so far from the kingdom of God. When I say something about AI, oh, yeah, you're terrified about AI and you hate AI because AI is coming to get you. There's nothing to get, people. And there's nothing that's coming to get you. It's just a dream in the mind of God. And when you realise you are God, you realise that it's your dream. So dream it how you want to. Are you hearing me?